Okay, let me just wait on everyone to join. Just waiting on everyone to join. Hi, Sophia. How are you? I am doing well. You're hearing me clearly? Let me just wait on others to join. Hi, Shade. It's very good seeing you. I am doing well. How are you doing tonight, Shade? And I went to school with you. All right. So welcome to Chat Jamaican. And it is your lady Tania, the one, the only Tania. And I am so happy that you're all joining in and tuning in at this time. Now we have been having a lot of rain here in Jamaica for those who are here. So I know a lot of persons, you would have had your blankets, whether they're alive or they're dead, and you would be protecting yourself right now from the rain because it is pouring where I am now. The rain is pouring. Okay, Shade, and thank you for tuning in. All right. For this session, we're going to have a call-in feature where you can call in. So let me see if I had pinned the comments. For this session, we're going to have a call-in feature where you can. All right, I'm checking to see if I had pinned the comment, the stream. Okay, so there is a link that is pinned, and with the topic that we're going to focus on today is the topic that we're going to focus on is what we want you to do is to tell us about your community where you were grown up or living in now. So it can, whether it be Jamaica or it be in the world. So we're just going to do a community feature. Now I pinned the link. Let me know if you're seeing the link that I have pinned. When you click on that, it will take you into the studio where you will be on screen with me, and then you will be engaging in a discussion or talking, digging up whatever it is that you can do. All right, so you just basically can share where it is that you were grown up or where you're living at, positive things. I don't want anything negative. You're just going to tell your community just to give a feedback and a wonderful feature as to your community and the way how you were grown up or some of your experiences. You go to the river, you went to shop, anything like that, or some of the good values that you have taken from everything. And also, if you're tuning in from anywhere else in the world, whether it be America, Africa, England, wherever it is that you are, you can call in as well. You can click on the link. The link is right there. And then you can come into the studio and then you can share your experience as well, growing up into your community and your country where you are. Okay? Let me just wait on some more persons to come on. Just waiting on some more persons. Hello, Azibi, Shade, big up. I'm not seeing. Hi, Gwendolyn. Remember that you can select the call-in feature. and then you can call in, or can you let me know if you're seeing the link? The link was pinned, so you just need to click on the link and then it will take you into the studio, and then we can have a discussion. We can talk about your community. What was it like? Some of the experiences, some of the things that you did. Hi, Such Johnson. You're not seeing the link? All right, I'm going to let me let me try and post it again and pin. I had pinned the link. It's pinned. It is at the top of the in the message. It is saying pinned by Chat Jamaican with Tania. Are you seeing it now? Are you seeing the link now, Sade? Okay, so remember that you can dial in, you can call in, and then we have a discussion. You can share your screen. We can talk and have a great discussion. So wherever you are in the world, I want to take the opportunity right now to big you up. You said that Africa, big up yourself. America, big up yourself. Wherever you are, and Jamaica, big up all my Jamaicans that are here, that are supporting, that are tuning to the live, that have tuned into the live, right? So I have visited a lot of communities, and every community culture has been different. The experience has been different. Everywhere has been different. It has been a total different scenery. So I want you to just call in to share what has it been like in your community where you have grown up and so on. I have grown up in two communities, and the experience was a very fairly good one because I got the opportunity to go to the river. I have They have helped me to find my identity and helping me to really see who I am and so on. So there must be something that you remember that would have been great, that would have been a great experience that you would want to share. So big up to everyone. All right, so let me just talk about the Jamaican communities on a whole and some of the things that the community have helped you to do until I get persons to come online. As it be, you're sure you don't want to join in, Gwendolyn, right? All right, so when you're in the community, especially the Jamaican communities, and then it can be related to the same community them where they're all over the world, right? The communities, you have shared goals, or the norms are the same. So all the children, everyone, they would have been integrated, know each other, run over to each other's house. They would have shared food. Their Hi Chino Chin. For this feature, we're doing a call-in. It has been pinned. The link has been pinned, so you can call in and have a discussion. Donny B, remember the link has been pinned, so you can call in and have a discussion, share your experience. It's not something that is bad. You just talk, and get the experience out of it. All right. And then when you're in the community, no, that is where you have your family and then home, your home, basically your home where you share your family. And then also a lot of persons, they do work into their community. So we would have a lot of farmers, we would have other persons that are in the community, farmers, fishermen, and you have teachers living in communities that also would um, live in the same community and work in the same community. So communities are good, but I want you to share some of your experiences with me while growing up in Jamaica or wherever it is. Share some of your experiences. So remember, you can call in. Amika, you can call in. The link is pinned. I have pinned the link in the comment section, right? And then also in a community, you can have wrong or right ideas because a set of family might agree with something that you have said, and then they might also disagree, right? So that is what helps to shape your identity, to build you, to grow you, so that you become who you are now. I'm still waiting on persons to dial in, right? And also, your community gives you the opportunity to raise children because that is where you were born. You were born in the community, your mommy, your daddy, they grow you up nicely, and then that is where you um, stay. But a lot of persons, they have migrated or they are not living there anymore. They have found different areas. So you can remember the link is pinned. So I'm still waiting on persons to join into the room. I'm not seeing anyone. Sade, you join into the room. Sade, let us hear from you. Hi Sharika, what we're doing a call-in feature. So what you can do, the link is pinned. You can click on the link and then the link will take you into the studio with me. And when you come into the studio, you get the opportunity to join and share your experience with others. And what was it like growing up, or and if you even want to ask me any questions, and then I can answer. Let me put the question on the screen. So you're seeing the question. It says there that you should tell us about your community where you're grown up in or living in Jamaica and the world. Just share some lovely experiences as to what was it like growing up, your experience, and so on. So in your community as well, you also go to church. So you can also share your church experience. What was it like going to the church that was in your community? Remember in those days when you're going to church, you have a lot of people, but now some church you have only one, two, three people. So you can share experiences like that as well, just to see, just to highlight your community and so on. Right? So I'm waiting. You're all seeing the link. Let me know if you're seeing the link. You're seeing it. Sherika, you said okay, but I want you to click the link. I want you to click, select the link and join in so that we can talk. So you share your experiences, your memories about your community. Highlight your community or wherever it is that you are. It can be both the past and the present. So it can be where you were grown up and it can be where you are now. Just highlight some features, some facts about your community, or some parish where, because I've never been to all of the parishes before. So you can also highlight your parish and to state the communities in this parish or wherever it is. Guys, you let me go into just dance to myself. I just have to be playing music in my head and bouncing because I'm waiting. I'm anxiously waiting because I want you to join in and to share in on the experience. Donnie B. So for those who are just joining in, the link has been pinned. So I pinned the link. You can click on the link and it will take you into the studio. Will take you into the studio with me, and then you can share experience, highlight the community wherever you are. I know the rain is falling now and so on. Just you can even state what is happening now into your community wherever you are. Yes, as it be, Marcia Brooks. So Marcia Brooks is saying Jamaica is now like night and day compared to when I grew up there. Even the slangs and speech is weird. I am not fond of it at all. But what you can do, you can still call in. Why not call in so that we can have a discussion? For the slangs and the speech, I know a lot of persons, they will develop their own slangs and their own speech because, nowadays I hear like dog and all of them stuff and all of those things. So sometimes you have to think twice for you to understand how this generation have formulated their language, their broken language. So the broken language is a little bit different as well. Hi, Azibi. If it is your first live, I want you to call in. I want you to call in, big up wherever. You can even call in and big up persons. I'm seeing Tintin. Tintin, you don't want to call in. So I know Jamaica have some great communities, some great places. And if you could just call to share what it is like, your experience, just click on the link. The link is in the chat. Let me go over to YouTube and check. So the link has been pinned. It's pinned right there. So just click on the link and then it will take you into the studio here with me. So we all know that we all grow up and we all belong to a group. We all belong to a group, and that group has given you many experiences. It has given you many experiences, and what we want to do is just for you to share and to highlight and to share some of your experience that you have had growing up. So Norton is here, and Norton is saying that I grew up in Ridge Pen in St. Elizabeth. I was not a church person, and I don't think the people in the community of Ridge Pen and the surrounding communities were as godly as one would think. You know that if I had called in, it would have been a little bit more because I could have asked you to, explain a little bit more. So the community were not as godly as they would have think. So that was a great experience, and it's wonderful for you to share it, because we all have had different experiences in the communities that we have grown up in. I remember going to the river. I remember, well, he died now. His name was Garfield. And the first time I go river with we were children then. And the river had a little steep area, like a little bridge like. And then he just threw me into the river and I had a cut on my knee that I got from that river. I was about 8 or 9 and the cut is still there. So that was an experience that, I will not forget. All right. So thank you, Norton, for sharing that experience with me. Remember, guys, you can click on the link and the link will take you into the studio. When you come into the studio, you get the opportunity to share and to talk, right? And all the communities were good either, because I remember in most times persons don't get along with each other, right? And then another person idea would have been a different person idea. So in terms of getting along, it's difficult. But I remember when I was younger, Shade said, let me go back. Oh, it just went back up. So guys, I'm anxious, waiting, have the music in my head bouncing. I can't play any music because I don't want to really be flagged. So I have to just be bouncing. All right, what we can do though is just to share your experiences in the chat. I will read them. I will appreciate the experiences being shared in the chat. So that can be done. So you can share your experiences in the chat. And then what I can do is to read them and engage in a meaningful discussion, right? So I'm just going through the comments. I want to thank everyone for joining. For those who are just joining, the link has been pinned and you can just click on the link. It is right there at the top where I pin it. And then when you click on it, you can come into the studio with me. And then we can engage in a meaningful discussion. I know every community in Jamaica would have had a different cultural experience because what I might have experienced in the country would have been a different experience that you have had in the town. So in the town area, you would get that country feel opportunity or that country feel experience. You have to be hearing it from grandma, grandpa, or another family member, Auntie Bev, or anything like that. So somebody would have to be sharing that experience with you. So let me read Donny B reply. So give the youths of today a break. Days were the same. The older generation spoke strange. Younger generation no accept it. That's the way life is. All right. So and Norton is continuing to say that I am glad I grew up in such a community because it centered and settled me, caused me to be the person I am today. So yes, that's what I'm saying, that the community that you live in, your community, it helps to shape your identity. It helps to shape your identity. Marcia Brooks, I just missed you. You can dial in again. You can dial in again. So your community, it helps to shape who you are because it can force you out for you to move away to become better, or you can remain there and maybe sleep. You die a little bit, but the community, it helps you to shape who you are. So Marcia Brooks, you can dial in again. Okay, girl, guys. So we all belong to a group. We all grew up in a community. We all have an experience. Me, I even have dopey experiences because I remember when I was growing up in Salem, I was on the veranda. We were playing some dominoes, and then I see a family passing by. It was a mother, a father, and a little child. And I was about 8 at the time, and all the other persons that were in the group playing the domino with me were boys. They were my cousins. And I saw the little child run over to where we were playing the domino, but all I could see was the shadow. I could only see the shadow. The Norton, it is pinned. I could only see the shadow, and then now I see the mother and the father call the little child over on the other side, and they all left. So you even have those type of experiences. What happened is that the pinned, you will see the link that is pinned. When you click on the link, it will take you into the studio. The Norton, the link is pinned. Zanza, hi Tania, bless up. When I was younger, growing up in Brandon Hill, Clarendon, big up Brandon Hill, always hear about Brandon Hill. I can recall going up to the Bullhead Mountain, the center of Jamaica on Ash Wednesdays every year with relatives and friends. Marcia, each time you come in, I'm losing you. I'm not sure what is happening. It says that you have to connect your mic or your camera before you can come into the stream. So when you're coming in, it's going to ask you to connect your mic or your camera. So it's going to say, ask your permission to use your mic and your camera for you to come in. Because if you don't select those two options, it will not let you in. So you can join again. You can join again for those who are just joining. All right, so Donny B says that I grew up in Kingston. Welcome to Jamrock. All right, so I grew up in Kingston. I had a grand time. City, just wonderful. Would not change for nothing. Yes, yes, I had a little bit of Kingston experience too. But may I tell you the truth, I did glad the day when me come back to the country. I wasn't enjoying it at all. I don't know if it was because of the experience and so on, but but big up Donny B, Kingstonian in the house. So yes, Kingston Jamaican is lovely. The city area, they you have a lot of more exposure than the persons that are in the country, in the rural area. So in the urban area, the experience would have been good. It would have been something that would have been refreshing. Um, Lovely, lovely experience. So I'm still waiting on persons to call in. You have to join again. For Marcia, Marcia, you have to call in again. But what you have to do, if you're hearing, you have to select the camera feature, and also you have to select the microphone. You have to ask it to use your microphone and the camera. So Norton now, the simplicity of the rural communities back in the days. Yeah man, big up the back in the days, man, I tell you. Big, big up, big up, big up. Back in the days was really wonderful. Looking back, honestly, I don't know what you are talking about. I am not a social media person. Well, yeah man, back in the day, what I'm saying is that the comment, I pinned the comment. The link has been pinned. It's the first comment that you would have seen. The first comment, and it says pinned by Chat Jamaican with Tania. And then what you're going to do, you're going to click on it. When you click on it, it's going to tell you that you're going into a live studio. And it's going to ask your permission to use your mic. And also, it's going to ask your permission to use your camera. And then when it takes you into the studio now, you will be able to join with me. Hi Marsha, big up yourself, my longtime classmate, and also me see you all the time, community that I was grown up in. So I want to big up Marsha Wilkie. Always very supportive. Always very supportive. All right. And to be honest, I know back in the days was really good. It was really good. So I know what Norton is talking about. I really know. But guys, for those who are joining in now, for those who are joining in, you have the opportunity to call in and talk, discuss, share, talk about your community, your experience, the community which you were grown up in, and then others are sharing in the chat. Hi, Dwight, you want to call in? We have to big up the Dwight Cooking Show. You can go over there and subscribe. Me see Dwight all a French fried chicken back. Me see my French fried chicken back. So you need to go over there, go over Dwight Cooking Show, and also subscribe to his channel, a wonderful channel where he, the regular Jamaican cooking them and so on. So Dwight, the comment is pinned, so you can click on the pin comment. Let me go over to YouTube. So it's pinned. So you can click on the comment. You can the link that is shared. No, the call is free, no cost, no cost. It's not with per se a call. It is a link directing you into the studio. So it's no cost at all, no cost. It don't charge you one red cent, not even dollar. So it's just for you to click on and then you will join and enter into the studio with me. But when you're coming into the studio, remember you have to give it access to your mic and also your camera so that you can be featured. Just going through the comments. Boy, I have to be just dancing, rocking my head, and playing the little music I'm having on my head. Come on, guys. Marsha, you sure you don't want to join in? I have Javian here. Javian, you want to show your camera? Hi, Javian, how are you? You have to unmute your mic. All right, so we lost Javian there. So remember now, when you're coming into the studio, give the link, the permission to use your mic. And also, if you don't want to use the camera, just ensure that you give it the permission to use your mic. So when you are using the mic now, that is a better opportunity. All right. So no cost to the call. Anybody else want to share any other experience in the comments? You know, Jamaica is a beautiful place, and wherever else you go in the world, let me tell you, the Jamaicans them always come back. They either have to come back for the food, they have to come back for the beach, they have to come back for any little thing. If I ever just to sleep back in the country house to get that feel and that experience. Remember, guys, hello. I'm not going to hear you. You have to unmute. You have to unmute for us to hear you. Hello, how are you? You're hearing me? I'm hearing you. I am hearing you. Good night. Are you hearing me? All right, so we lost him there. So guys, remember when you come in, you give the app the permission to use your camera and your mic. All right, so remember you can share any other experiences that you have. For those who are just joining, what we're doing is that we're giving you the opportunity to tell us about your community. You can tell us about some of the experiences that you had while growing up in your community. What is it like? What was the experience like? You know, you can share both the good, well, you don't have to share the bad, but there must have to be one good something that you have a little bit of experience out of in your community that you have grown up in. All right. So, so welcome everyone to Chat Jamaican with Tania. So, Norton has helped us to realize that your community has helped to shape your identity. The community that you have grown up in, it has helped you to do right when you're coming into the show. Remember to let the device access your mic and also your camera. So if you're not going to use the camera, you can just use the mic alone. So ensure that you click the mic feature. All right. So Marcia Brooks is saying, how safe do you feel now that you're back in the country? Couldn't connect yet. I saw you in the studio, but it is not giving me the opportunity to add you. So what you need to do when you come into the studio, Marcia, what you need to do, you need to you need to allow the the software to use your mic and also your camera. So if you don't want to use the camera, you let it use your mic alone. Now, being safe in the country. The country is, for me, it is safe, but it is just like the outsiders, like neighboring parishes, that the persons that normally come in the town of Mandeville to do some damage or so on, it's mostly like outsiders. So the outsiders, they will target the community. But I feel pretty safe because what you have to do is ensure that you protect yourself. You have to be vigilant. You have to look, be careful of everything. Don't trust anyone and so on. So Dwight, I'm waiting on you to come back into the studio. I'm waiting on you to come back. Hi, Katie Vassal. Good night. I grew up in Thornton. Big up Thornton, St. Elizabeth. When I grew up, my pastor Thornton, nuff. And then my mother used to attend one of the churches around there, so I used to come around there. I ate a lot of Appleton sugar canes, go to river, and go on the hills near Salem to the farm. And my father is from Salem, so I want to big up Salem. But Kadia, you can call in. The link is pinned. The link is pinned. So you can select the link and then you can come into the studio with me for us to have a discussion. But Thornton, yes, the experience was good. The experience that I have in Thornton would have been similar to the experience to Aberdeen, Silo. They're all neighboring communities. And then Katie and now would have been near to the estate where she would have enjoyed a lot of the sugar cane. And then you have some tough cane. Them have some tough sugar cane down there. If you bite it, it pop out your teeth. So those are the ones where you have to use to bring to the estate to make the sugar. All right. Donarine, blessings. I've been watching you from New York. Big up New York. I know that you guys are, waiting on your results, even though you're waiting on the results. And I would like to tell you about my community. There is no running water there, and people are still carrying water on head. Boy, I tell you, you not even did write the name of the community. If you write the name of the community now, it would have been good. But there's a lot more communities in Jamaica that are still carrying water. I remember when I was growing up, I used to carry water on my head. And there are cases where I was so drained. In those times, my mother used to have a long bucket, and then I used to half the bucket. And then when I'm carrying up the water, I have to climb a little hill. Sometimes I don't make it up the hill, the bucket turn over, and I have to turn back. Sometimes I turn back out 2 times to go to the pipe and to catch the water and to come back up. So the experience is not a nice one. And to know that in this time persons are still doing that, it's sad. It is really sad. It is sad. All right. So Charles Scott says, I grew up. What I need to do now is just to highlight the comments so that we can discuss them. Hold on. All right. So let me just highlight some of the comments. All right. So what Charles Scott said now. I grew up in a little district by the name of Madras. Saint Anne sounding a little bit Spanishy there. So Charles, you big up Saint Anne Madras. I hope I pronounce it properly because it sounds Spanish. Yes, they use, he's saying in Madras, they also use donkey with hamper. So a lot more communities now are using donkey with hamper because when I did the feature with my father, a lot of the comments were, buy your father a donkey so that your father can carry the goods, can carry the products and stuff like that. So a lot more persons still using the donkey with the hamper. And Yes, it is. So let me read what Doreen says here. All right. So blessings. It's not Doreen. It's Donarine. Donarine Henry. Blessings. Belcaris people are still carrying water on head and donkey. The last time I was there, if you see the precepts where they still carry water, Belcaris in Clarendon. I hope I pronounce the word properly. I tell you man, there's a lot more persons. And then sometimes when I go to do the tours, we pass on whole heap of donkey on the road and people, depending on the deep rural area that I've gone into. And you have a lot of people still living in the deep rural areas that have never experienced anywhere else or any other else lifestyle more than that. Yes, yes. All right, so Ian, kind of drip a little bit, Hear what Ian says. When they're gonna start building the caveman house. Yeah, and you're straying, But as I talk about caveman, look at caveman experience in the country. Caveman live in a little area where he's isolated and he's still happy and enjoying life. But in order for the building, we are waiting on approval. So hopefully, we're hoping that everything will end before December for it to become a Christmas present. All right? Or before Christmas Day. All right, I'm trying to. The white, you are not allowing the. Let me see if I can send him a private comment. You need to allow, and then you need to log back in. All right, the calls are coming in, but if you do not accept, if you do not allow the device to use your mic and your camera, it's going to be a little bit difficult. Sadula, Vibe TV, wow, yes, those were the days. Yeah, man, those were the days. Those were the days. They were great experiences and so on. And then, but me I tell you, them days I did dark too. I never, I never used to have a lot of light, so it was very dark. It was very dark. And when night comes and you look outside, you only hear the cricket them at midnight. Apart from when moon a shine, when moon used to shine, the moon used to light up the place. But may I tell you, man, the place, it was very dark. It was very dark. Okay, Oral, big up yourself. Big up yourself. Andra Chin, greetings to you too. Guys, for those who are just joining in the comments, the link is pinned. The link is pinned. And then now, when you come in, you can tell us about your community where you were growing up in or living in now, Jamaica and the world. Share your experiences. What was it like? What was it like? Right? So share your experiences in the chat as well. So you can share the experiences, what it was like. All right. So welcome to Chat Jamaican with Tania. All the supporters, I really do appreciate it. I'm looking at the comments. Okay, where in St. Elizabeth are you from? All right. So Marcia says, I think Donarine meant what's that word? Oh, the precipice. I did not know there. What still donkey can hamper? Never seen that on YouTube. Boy, I tell you, say I go to Clarendon the other day and a pure donkey me see. In most the communities them that I pass through. It's like you see everybody have the donkey park up. No, the donkey don't park up. The donkey stand up near the area where they're going to carry the goods and so on and all of that. I was asking Oral where in St. Elizabeth he's from. All right, so Donna says, bless up you can get the member of parliament to go see where people of Balfour is carrying water. It's a gully, no road to go there. Oh, it would have been a different, it would have been in Clarendon. I don't know that side. I don't really know that side of Jamaica. It's just the other day I started to go to Clarendon to experience, to explore, and to see what Clarendon is all about. So that was just a recent thing for me going. Pepper, Pepper, I would like you. I'm going to pass Pepper whole heap of time because I have to drive through Pepper to get to Santa Cruz. Oh, but I don't go through the community and I just drive on the main road. So I wouldn't know exactly the communities that are there. But I know I would drive on the main road to go through. Yeah, man, I need to visit one day. Dwight, I'm not sure what is wrong with your device. Dwight, if you don't allow the app to use your mic and your video, it will not show. So each time when you guys come into the studio, it's bouncing you up because the mic is not active along with the video. So two things, you can allow it to use your mic alone where you can talk without showing your face. You can hide your video, but when you hide the mic, it's going to be a challenge there as well. All right. So remember now that you can share your experiences in the comments below. Why I tell you, me just have a rock in my head because nobody now calling. But finally, finally,
Yep,
finally, do it. How are you?
I am fine. I'm fine. I'm
Oh,
just
nice.
here.
How is New York going on now?
Uh, just quiet. Everybody
Oh,
is watching the election. Um, the outcome, waiting on the outcome.
yes, yes, and I'm pretty sure a lot of persons know the outcome as well already. So, what is it that you want to share with us?
Nothing really. I just wanted to join alive and talk and ask. I saw that the gentleman is going to get his house,
Yes,
so
yes.
that was really good because
So what they're doing now, they're in the process of gathering the materials. So as
yes,
soon as the materials are being procured, you know that the house will start building as well. They also are because of the rain. Let me be honest, we have been getting rain for maybe 2 weeks now.
yeah. I
And
see, I see.
not even washer can wash, and we depend on the sun for washing, for drying the clothes. So it's very difficult. So the rain has been holding up a lot of the progress that we need to go on. So that has made it a little bit difficult.
Okay. I really hope he gets a good house. Nothing that after a while rain or something just
Yeah,
destroy.
man. Even if it's a board structure, it will still be built in a way where it's very accommodating.
Yeah.
Very accommodating where he will have a little bit of enjoyment and so on and relax. And then now he would get the amenities needed in order to pull through. And then he's close to the road, so he will have access to life.
Okay.
Yes.
The lady that that do the sewing. Is there a follow-up video for her? The one
Oh,
that needed what I think it was a sewing
in,
machine.
in Clarendon.
Yeah.
Yes. There will be a follow-up video, but however, as I said, the range, I spoke to her a few days ago, and then she said that things are progressing. So what I need to do is just to get some time to take the opportunity to go. But I'm telling you, because of the rain, it has set back things for maybe about 2 weeks back and so on. So we just have to wait and hope because right now, as you see, it is raining.
Yeah. You need to
Mhm.
send some of that rain.
We need some of the rain.
Yep. I was watching something. I need to pause it.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, the weather isn't bad. Mostly cool.
You haven't. Wait there. I was going to ask if you haven't snowfall in New York.
Mm, I'm only in Buffalo this week where my dad is, yes. But here,
Oh,
here just probably a little flakes one of the day.
oh. Okay, so the time is really getting cold.
Today is good. Today was like a laid back dressing day.
Okay, you went to work today?
No, today is my day off.
Okay, okay. So let me just read this comment quickly. Carol Cummins says, where I was living in Jamaica was a war zone. Woo! In Balcom Drive.
Balcom Drive, oh, that's I think
Imagine.
is close to Duane Park.
Oh, it's in
Balcom Drives is
Kingston.
in Kingston.
Oh, it's in Kingston. I had to move out in the 1980s. I can just imagine. And you remember in the 1980s, that's when they had the election
Election,
issues and so on. So
yeah.
it was very difficult in those days, you know? A lot,
Those
the government,
those areas still have their problems.
yes, they used to have their guns on the street and stuff like that. So, maybe, Carol, I think you have done the right thing so that you can come and share this right now with us. All right. So Marcia is saying that I promise next week I will go live chat. Yes, yes. And I'm thinking about whether or not I want to try and do it at least 2 nights for the week or maybe just one on a Friday. All right. So always watch every week. Very informative. Thank you so very much, Marcia. And I really wanted you to be on the live. I love the support. I love the love. I love all of that.
And
All
we
right.
I really appreciate like the journeys for you and especially Fire.
Yeah.
Just the journey around the parish and to see the
Yes, and big up
areas and as
Fire Reed, wherever he is at this moment. Just big him
the
up.
where the place that you went with the crocodiles. I've been
That was
wanting to go to that place, yeah.
the safari.
Been wanting to go on that safari.
Yes, yes. The tour is great. They have wonderful tour guides. And then when you go now, you have to take your experience away. Because my experience is just to show, but you now have to go now and then,
Yeah.
subtract from that. Hmm.
Cause I'm an outdoor person. I love those kind of things, so I really fit in.
What I need to do though is to have a little bit more exposure to the other parishes. So, yeah.
Yeah, cause I don't know if it's you or Fire had said why not try like Blue Hole that's in St. James Montpelier. That's the original Blue Hole. That's where I
Yes,
grew up
yes, I've been,
knowing. Trust me,
I've,
the water beautiful
mm-hmm.
because that's where my dad is from.
Okay, Blue Hole. Oh, so
That's the original Blue Hole. That's people saying Blue Hole all over the place now. So that's the
that's the
original.
original one.
From I was growing up, tourists coming there for the water and stuff because the water is pretty.
Which parish are you from?
My dad is from St. James, which is Montpelier, but I was born and raised in St. Andrew.
Oh, oh, okay. So it's the two parishes, lovely connection. St. James,
Well,
St.
well, well, I was all over the country because wherever my friends are from, I would be there. Wherever my other family members are from, I would be
Yeah,
there. I used to love just the drive out. So
okay.
I was all over St. Elizabeth, Manchester.
Oh, so you went
Uh,
and have a little feel and mouth of
yes,
St.
I love the journey, the drive out to go and explore other places. That was always me.
Okay. All right. So Lisa said, good night, watching from Fort Lauderdale. Big up yourself over there. You know, my sister, I think my sister live in the same area, the same Fort Lauderdale. But my brain, I have memory issues. But I think it would have been the same area. But big up yourself, Lisa. All right. Mm-hmm.
So it was really nice to chat with you, Tanya. And
Yeah,
yes, do it more often because, you know,
I'm going to try and do it.
your fans really like the one on one, but I had difficulties to change this thing because you have to really dig in deep into Google and try and find where the mic
Oh,
and camera settings to
oh, probably guess what? No, maybe I ask you guys to verify
yeah, because actually
because
the settings are unblocked, it look like automatic
yes,
block.
I ask you
So you have to go in
to
and approve.
verify.
You have to go in and approve mic
Yeah,
and camera.
yes,
So,
but you know the reason why I ask person to verify is because you just don't want any and anybody to dial in from outside of the YouTube itself and outside
yeah,
of Facebook. So if you're verified, at least the YouTube and Facebook would have known that it is the person is safe to
yes.
come inside on the chat. All right. Mm-hmm. So I watch most of your videos. I don't watch them full out, full depth, but I
I
would have gone.
I I appreciate it, and I appreciate you sharing the content and stuff.
Yeah, what you can do though, you know, you can sell your channel a little bit though while you're there, so that person can go over.
Well, I'm just I do it for the passion because I've been cooking from the high school days when boat are run and stuff. So
Yes,
it's
yes.
like during the pandemic, I know a lot of person come out with channels and stuff, and my cousin say, "Yo, you can cook, why not show people?" Like, do I more? It's a DIY. It's like go
Do
through things slowly to show a person,
mm-hmm.
say, "Oh, this is what you do," or that. I don't just do it because of me. I just take my time and show people step by step. So most of the time, persons reach out to me and say, "Okay, so that's how it does, or that's how it does." Because share the knowledge.
Yes.
Don't just cook for yourself to entertain. You cook
Mm,
for the persons that are watching and show
yeah.
them because a lot of people might not know how to cook or how to add whatever flavor. And persons that can cook very well would just like sometimes they say, "Oh, you add that thing without a measurement." I was like, over
Mm-hmm.
time you
Jamaican
cook. Yeah, you cook over time until you just know how to add whatever and the pot tastes good.
Jamaican, you're Jamaican. No,
Yeah.
Jamaican, almost 90% Jamaicans, 99% of
Yeah.
Jamaicans can measure their ingredients. Them just sprinkle.
And
And
I'm
mommy add a little salt, just do the little thing.
and I'm here whatever I cook I eat. And because I'm not really the fast food person. I rather to go out to my Jamaican store, buy food and cook and eat.
Yes,
Not really
yes.
the fast food type.
All
So
right.
my channel is just there for persons to come over, see what they can watch and enjoy and know how to prepare or add their twist to it. Cause I'm not the person to brag and say, "Oh, I can cook better than anybody," but my dishes are there to show people step by step. And then if you have a particular flavor or taste, you can do the dish and add your flavor or taste to it.
But
Just like the French fried chicken bar. I realized that not I don't see it on YouTube. I don't.
oh,
If I search for it,
you're not finding
I'm
it.
seeing French fried chicken. I'm not seeing French fried chicken bar.
No.
So
Because
it's like
probably a lot of persons they don't know about that.
yeah, and that's why I put that it brings back the memory of persons like back in the days when you go primary school and the lady outside the school I sell
At the
chicken
gate.
back and dumpling or cause a lot of people reach out to me and say, boy, you bring back some memories because
True, man.
it's true.
You
When
remember
anybody who remember,
the squeeze and a little bit of ketchup.
yeah,
It's like,
because when
yeah,
I was growing up, my auntie used to sell it out the gate, and every
mm,
lunchtime, bam, chicken back and fried dumpling.
yes,
So
yes.
it's like a memory for those who remember those days. So we just do it and put it out. A lot of people reach out
True,
and say,
man.
"Boy, it really bring back memories."
That's
So
true.
uh, I just do it for the passion, man. I like it. I really
Mm-hmm.
appreciate you. Taking the time to let people know about me, and it's really appreciated, man.
Yeah,
Really
man, no
appreciated.
problem. No problem. We're here for each other to support each other, to help each other to grow.
Yeah,
Because everybody's growth is different. Your audience
true,
wants
true.
what you have to offer. My audience wants what I have to offer.
Yeah,
You know, your
because
acting skill, maybe I would need that in my house right now, You just sit there and do your little thing
yeah,
and say, here,
because
it's
because
needed.
too much channels are out there depicting Jamaica in such a negative way, and I
Yeah,
mean, people need to understand that crime is everywhere, violence is everywhere. Jamaica isn't worse than nowhere else, but
yes,
because the media trying to put us out there as this bad country. But
yes.
you guys know your channel offer people this
A
peace of mind to
different side.
say, yo, this is a different side of Jamaica because
Yes,
people are going to Jamaica every day, and sometimes I see some people, tourists, going to places that I wouldn't even go to while living in Jamaica, and
and
they go there and they go back home peace. I mean, yeah, that's why
you
I
straight
love
to
the
the
channel.
hotel, straight to the hotel and stay. And then what happens? I have a lot of persons that are saying that when I come to Jamaica, I have to explore. I have to go there. I have
Yeah,
to do that because they're seeing that there's a different side. The
yeah,
country life in the center of Jamaica is totally different from where you have the sea side,
yeah, because
right?
I have a friend that's from Dominican Republic, and talking to him, and he's like, "Yo, I would love to go to Jamaica. How I always hear about it." And he
Yes.
says that Dominica would be same as Jamaica, so that the crime and stuff is everywhere and stuff. So
Mm,
it's like, and not a lot of person will think that, yo, crime is everywhere. Crime is here a lot,
it's true.
but it's not pushed out like how Jamaican media is pushing it out to the world. So, people must understand that, you can go there and enjoy. What is enjoyment when you go and spend 2 weeks in a hotel and on the property,
Mm-hmm.
getting
Just,
up every day? Yeah, you go, you walk,
when you're
yeah.
leaving, when you're
Mm.
leaving, you can't even walk.
I want to go to the best river spots or the best beach,
Mm,
enjoy the river because I'm always a river person. I like some nice rivers.
yes.
So,
Mm-hmm. Need to get some bath suit to start go to the rivers them and the
yeah,
beaches.
man, find some nice river spot and show because trust me, at that spot in the Blue Hole, even though it would be a little journey for you,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but like more you outside some nice scenery, you go,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Cause
Yes,
even like Portland and stuff, you know.
I need to. I don't know Portland. That I have been to Portland, but only for work, and
Oh,
it was probably about a 3 day, and I still didn't get an experience because work put me into a hotel. But the
Portland,
experience,
Portland is nice.
mm-hmm. So I
As
need that experience as well.
as they talk about job, how is it going?
It's going on fairly well. Fitting in. It's going on fairly well. I know I would have missed my other job, but I just have to
Yeah, you
settle.
have to move on. Okay,
Yeah, I
so
just have to move on and settle wherever it is.
yeah,
Mm. All right.
especially in these times.
Mm-hmm. Let me try and see what Doulas is saying here. Okay, I'm from Westmoreland. Have to go a little distance to the standpipe from water and go to the hills, woods to cook our food and go to ground to plant and reap the crop. Boy, I remember those days. But my father is still doing that, because he must walk a
Yeah,
lot.
when my dad back in Jamaica, him have him farm, him go there and him do him selling and stuff. So I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
there's nothing like eating the food that you know what is in it. More
Mm-hmm.
than more than buying something that you don't know how it's prepared.
Yes, yes,
That's why I say I love to cook my own food.
yes.
Because not everyone out there is in the right frame of mind to like cook for somebody. So it's best when you cook for yourself.
Oh boy. Mm-hmm. Well, thanks for calling in.
Yeah,
And I
you're
remember,
welcome.
guys, I'm encouraging others to call in if you can. But if not, I'm just going to have to end the live. But what I'm going to do when I send out the information, I'm going to state clearly that I'm going to request calling and then give the topic at the time, so that persons can call in and have a discussion due to the topic that has
Okay.
been sent out.
Okay.
Right? Let
All
me hear
right.
what Charles is saying here. So he's saying rural Jamaica is not nice, no. Like back in the days, the backside company man and leave the deep holes all over the place. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, that's in Mandeville and those places, Manchester and those places.
mm-hmm. All right. So thank you very much for calling.
Man, good night to your panel.
Yes, and good night to you too.
All
All
right
right.
then.
Yeah, man. Okay, guys. So that was a wonderful experience speaking to Dwight. Let me see if there is any other. So Marcel is saying, "Oh my Tanya, I linked the white channel. It's lit. He even makes ice cream and a lot of delightful dishes. I'll follow him. Yeah, man, he can cook. He can do his thing. He can do his thing. So that would be great. He would truly appreciate it if you follow him at that time. All right, guys. So remember, the main aim of the channel was to call in to have a discussion and engagement about your community, the way in which you were grown up, the way in which you had your experiences going to church, whatever it is that you experienced back then or now, currently where you're living. What is it that you're experiencing now? What was it like? That was what we really wanted. We have also learned that the community helps to shape your identity. They are giving you the opportunity to go to church, you have your family, your home, everything, shared goals, all of those things. Those are things that we would have gone through. And I'm thanking you for everyone that is here on the live, for everyone that has tuned in. I'm just only hoping that more persons would have called in so that we can have a more interesting, wonderful experience. But for those who have commented and leave your experiences in the comments, I truly appreciate it. I truly appreciate it. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I love enjoying hearing the past, those experiences that have happened, and stuff like that. So, we all belong to a group, we all belong to a community, and there's a community that has shaped us. And that was what I really wanted to talk about so that you can share your experiences, where it is that you were grown up in Jamaica or in the world. Share some of those experiences. That was what we really wanted. All right. Anybody else going to call in? Let me look at the comment here. You're welcome, Dwight. Guys, I think I hear a song. Hi, Debbie. Good night. Good night to you. How are you? Debbie, I want to share your experience, your community that you're from. What was it like growing up, any little thing? Also, for those who are just joining, I have pinned the link where you can click on the link and then it takes you into the studio. It was nice having you, Charles Scott. It was nice having you. Really nice having you over here. And I do hope that you have learned something tonight. Okay, guys, this is where I'm going to end the chat. I'm going to end the live. Let me just set this last one here. Hi, Tania. Like your show, watching from New Brunswick, Canada. Big up to Canada. Big up to you, Jennifer Reed. Big up, big up, big up. Holy for big up and love and all of that. I know that you're cold now. You have to be cold. So I'm just saying it. So I know that you're cold, so you need to keep warm during this time. All right. So guys, I'm going to end the live here. I'm going to think about the days that I'm going to schedule for the live. I know that I will be doing it Friday night. And also I'm going to think of another day where it could be done. Bye my sister. Sophia Salmon is there, big her up. And also my sister Delia Neal, big up yourself. I know you're all here supporting me. I have a wonderful family, guys. They're always supporting me, especially my mother. But I'm not seeing my mother here. Yes, Randall Roy. Yes, always do what I love. Yes, and I want you to love what I do. All right? I want you to love what I do. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go now because uh, uh, I'm going to go. You don't have to know what I'm going to do. So, thank you for watching Chat Jamaican and little more. Bye bye. Bye everyone. Big up to everyone. All the support and the love. Appreciate it from my heart. Goodbye.